Welcome back! We are here with another Photoshop tutorial. Today we will learn a magnificent text effect in Photoshop. The project is this one. Pay attention to the tricks and be careful because it's hot. Step number 1. Preparations. At first, we need a background for our design. So, I will use this image that I have just downloaded it from the internet and it's suitable for the background of our design. Now, for the next step, we need a text for applying our effects and filters on it. So, come here, click on this icon and type anything that you would like. I would like to create a clan text because of the Photoshop clan, and now I will adjust it and something like this one is okay. Now let's go for the next step. Step number 2. It's time for effects. Now we are ready for effect. At first, double click on your layer and open FX options. At first, come to color overlay. Blend mode normal, opacity 100%, and the color is 30 in hue, 100% of saturation, and 100% of brightness. Press on OK and the first effect is set. The next effect is inner shadow. Click on it and enable it. Blend mode should be changed to normal, opacity 100%, and the color should be a brighter color than our color overlay. Change it to 40 in hue, 100% of saturation, and 100% of brightness. Angle is 90 degree and check the use global light so the whole angles of our effect would be the same. Distance should be reduced to 0 pixel and choke 0%, and for the size let us increase it and something around 200% pixel is okay. And these two items should not be changed, they are okay. The third effect is inner glow. Blend mode should be changed to color dodge because we need a brighter color. Now opacity should be increased to 100% and the color type should be changed to solid color, not gradient, and we don't need any noise, so the noise percentages is 0. Now for the color, we need something like 50 in hue, 100% of saturation, and 100% of brightness. Now, technique is softer and source are edges, not the center. Click on edges. Now, we don't need any choke, but the size should be increased to something like this one is okay. And for the quality, change this character to this one. And now the range that I already told you about the range, if we decrease it or increase it, the blending of our effect on our character would be changed. And we need something like 86% of range is okay for this effect. For the next effect, come here and click on this one. Blend mode is multiply, but the opacity should be increased to 100%. Now, the color should be changed. We need a darker color than our color overlay. 50 in hue, 100% of saturation, but we don't need the whole brightness. Decrease it to something like 50% and it's okay. The angle for this one should be changed. It should not be the same as other effect. This one should be changed to something like 120. Distance and size should be increased a lot more. Something like, let me see, something like this one is okay for it, but the size should be increased, and when they are blending, very good, something like the maximum for the size, 250 pixel. Is okay, and these options should not be changed and they are okay. I have told you many different ways for changing your shape or character appearance in Photoshop that would look like a 3D shape, or I told you a way for creating a 3D shape in your Photoshop based on your characters or object. If you don't know how to create it, just click on the link. Now, let's go for a simple way to turning the appearance of our 2D shape into something that would look like a 3D. Come to Bevel and Emboss. For this project, style should be inner bevel, technique should be chisel soft, depth 100%, direction up, but the size should be increased. Something like 18 pixel for this project is okay. We don't need to increase the soften because it should be a metal that was placed on heat. Now for the shading, angle 90 degree, check the use global light so the whole angles of our effect would be the same. Altitude 30 degree is okay, don't change that. Glass contour is okay, don't change it, and don't check the anti-aliased. For the highlighted mode, change it to something like color dodge so the colors would look brighter, and change the color to 50 in hue, 100% of saturation, and 100% of brightness. Now we need to increase the opacity. Look at this area. So something like 68% is fit for this one. For the shadow mode, because the heat would be coming from the edges of our characters, we need both highlighted mode and shadow mode to have a brighter color than our color overlay. So in shadow mode, change it to normal and increase the opacity, and we will increase it precisely after setting the color. For the color, choose 16 hue, 100% of saturation, and 100% of brightness. Now, let us adjust the percentage of opacity. Something around 80% is okay. Now, it's time for the final effect on our character. Come here and click on Outer Glow. For the blend mode, change it to linear dodge add. We need the maximum brightness. Increase the opacity to 100%. You don't need any noise and change the fill type from gradient to solid color, and the color of this one should be 15 hue, 100% of saturation, and 100% of brightness. Press on OK. Now for the elements, techniques should be softer, spread 0 pixel, and size should be increased to something like, let me see, something around 81 pixel is okay. But come to quality and change the range. As I told you, if you decrease or increase the range, and something like this one would blend your object with your background very well. Step number 3, it's time for filters. The effects are done, and now you can see the final result on the whole characters of our text. Now, right-click on your text layer and convert it into a smart object. After that, go to Filters. Come here to Distort and click on Ripples. This one will change the appearance of our object into something that would be around some kind of fire. For the first, change the size into large, and the amount is too much, something like 50% or 20% is okay for the first ripple. Press on OK. Now, if you would like to see the changes that we've made, look at the edges. If I uncheck the ripple or check the ripple. Now, let us apply another effect. The second effect is ripple, but with changes. So, make your layer selected, come to Filter, in Distort, and click on Ripples. Now, we need more changes at the edges. Size should be changed to medium, and the amount should be changed to something like 150%. Press on OK, and now you can see that it looks like that these texts are melting down. Now, it's time for the final step of filters. Now the effects are okay, the coloring is good, the edges are perfect, but our object doesn't have a texture. We can download a texture image and apply it on our object, but it won't look realistic. So let me show you another trick. At first, select your layer. Come to Filters and go to Filter Gallery. In Filter Gallery, we have too many filters that they are not listed on the filter menu. Come to a sketch folder and click on Base Relief. Detail should be increased and something like this one is okay when we have the texture on the main pixel and we have it on the edges. Something like 12 for the first box is okay. But the smoothness of our texture should be changed. Look at this one. It's very harsh. If I increase it too much, I would lose the detail of my texture, and something in the middle, something like 3 for the smoothness is okay. Press on OK. Now, as you can see, the filter has been applied on my object, but where is my effect? For correcting this mistake, come here and double click on this option. Now you can change the blend mode of your filter and your effect would be visible. Change the mode to overlay. And now, as you can see, I have the texture, the edges are good, the coloring is good, and the effects are back. Press on OK, and this step is completed. Step number 4. Let's bring on some flames. There are many different ways for having flames in our scene. We can just download a PNG of flames, but it won't look realistic. So let me show you another trick. At first, come here, click on this icon and create a new layer. Now, come here and enable the pen tool and set this one to path. Now, click below your text and create a path like this one. When the path is created, come to Filter, go to Render, and click on Flames. Now, we can change the details of our flame. Something like 650 in length is okay, and the flame type is third one, multiple flames, one direction, because the flames would be coming from the bottom of my text, the bottom of my design. The width 320 is okay, but we can change it something around 450 is better. The angle should not be changed because the fire are coming from the bottom of my design, and the interval should be changed, and by increasing the interval you can have some smooth flames. Look at this one, and if you decrease the amount you can have more powerful flames, but we need something in the middle, something around 100 is okay, and the quality should be set to medium. I set that for this tutorial. You can change it as you like, to fine or draft or low or high. Check the adjust interval for loops, and don't check the use custom color for flames because we would like to have realistic flames. Click on it and wait for the process to get done. Now we have some realistic flames on our design, but before doing anything, press delete key on your key so your shape would be gone. Now come here and click on this one, and something like this is okay, but I should change the position of my layer, and it should be below my main object, and the tutorial is finished. Well done, my friend. The tutorial is finished, and now you know more techniques in Photoshop. It's the way of this channel. Share this video with your friends and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I would like to see your designs based on this tutorial. See you in the next tutorial.